wa Tanzania, hamjambo? Mambo. Asante sana. Thank you.
Wakati Rais Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan akiwa bado ziarani nchini Urusi, ambapo ziara hiyo imeanza rasmi tarehe 3 na kumalizika Juni 5 mwaka huu 2026, imeelezwa kuwa ni ziara kihistoria kwa kuwa ni mara ya pili tu kwa Rais wa Tanzania kufanya ziara rasmi nchini humo tangu ziara ya Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere iliyofanyika mwaka 1969. Lakini mambo muhimu katika ziara hiyo ni pamoja na mkutano na Rais wa Urusi Vladimir Putin, ambapo Rais Dr. Samia amekutana na mwenyeji wake katika ikulu ya Kremlin jijini Moscow. Viongozi hao wamejadili kuimarisha ushirikiano wa kisiasa, kibiashara, uwekezaji, elimu, sayansi na teknolojia pamoja na masuala ya kikanda na kibiashara. Lakini pia ziara hiyo imeambatana na kusainiwa kwa makubaliano ambapo pande zote mbili zinatarajia kuingia au kuendeleza makubaliano katika sekta za elimu ya juu, sayansi na teknolojia ya habari na mawasiliano yani ICT, uwekezaji na biashara na ushirikiano wa kitaaluma kati ya vyuo vikuu vya Tanzania na Urusi. Ziara hiyo pia haikuishia hapo, imeambatana na kutunukiwa kwa shahada ya heshima ya udaktari, yani honorary doctorate degree kutoka Rudny University ya nchini Urusi, ambapo shahada hiyo imetolewa kwa Rais Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan kwa kutambua uongozi wake nchini Tanzania, mageuzi katika sekta ya elimu, juhudi za kuimarisha diplomasia ya Tanzania, mchango wake katika kuitangaza Tanzania kimataifa ikiwemo kupitia sekta ya utalii. Lakini jambo lingine la muhimu katika ziara hiyo ni jukwaa la uchumi la St. Petersburg, ambapo Rais Samia pia anatarajiwa kushiriki katika moja ya majukwaa makubwa ya uchumi duniani ambayo St. Petersburg International Economic Forum 2026, ambapo Tanzania itapata fursa ya kutangaza vivutio vya uwekezaji katika sekta ya madini, nishati, kilimo, utalii na miundombinu. Na pia maandalizi ya mkutano wa Russia Africa, ambapo ni mazungumzo yanayohusisha maandalizi ya Russia Africa Summit ambao unalenga kuimarisha ushirikiano kati ya Urusi na nchi za Afrika. Kwa ujumla, katika ziara hiyo ya Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan nchini Urusi, Tanzania inalenga kutumia ziara hii kuvutia uwekezaji, kuongeza ushirikiano wa elimu na teknolojia na kupanua masoko ya biashara kati ya Tanzania na Urusi.
Wanafunzi wa Tanzania, hamjambo? Mambo. Asante sana. Thank you. Members of the press, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, it is with deep humility, profound and gratitude that I stand here before you today to receive the honorary doctorate degree, honoris causa, from the People's Friendship University of Russia, an institution whose name and history speak strongly to the friendship and nations of the dignity of all peoples. First and foremost, I render gratitude to this moment of fellowship, reflection, and shared commitment to knowledge. I further extend my sincere appreciation to the University Council, the Senate, the Rector, the academic community, and the students of Rhoden University for this distinguished honor. Thank you very much. I must admit that when I received the news of this conferment, it dawned on me that this honor is not mine alone. Rather, it is a tribute to our shared commitment to progress, cooperation, and the advancement of humanity. It is also a recognition of the journey of friendship, most powerful bridges between our nations. Professor Yastrebov, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the People's Friendship University of Russia occupies a special place in the history of international education. Since its establishment in 1960s, this university has carried a mission that remains deeply relevant today: to bring together young people from different countries, and I met some of them down there receiving me, but cultures and histories, and prepare them not only for professional success, but for their service to humanity. The very name of this university reminds us that knowledge must never be isolated from friendship, but rather serve as a cornerstone for international and intercultural understanding and proximity. It is in this recognition that we train leaders who can serve a world that is increasingly connected, but still deeply in need of wisdom. This is very important. The world is very much connected, but need deep wisdom. And this is what Rhoden University is doing to our students. For Africa, the history of this university is of a particular significance. Its association with Patrice Lumumba, one of the enduring symbols of Africa's struggle for independence and dignity, gives this institution a moral resonance that goes beyond academia. It reminds us that education and freedom are often intertwined, that knowledge has been loyal companion in the journey of newly independent nations, and that universities can become powerful instruments of human liberation, national development, and global solidarity. In this connection, it is worth noting that the Russian Federation played a significant role in the African liberation struggle and has consistently remained a dependable partner in the quest for socio-economic progress in Africa. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, for Tanzania, Rhoden University is not a distant institution. It is part of our shared history of cooperation, which goes beyond the confines of education and deeply grounded by the fraternal relations between Tanzania and Russia. It is a relationship shaped by solidarity, mutual respect, and cooperation in areas that matter the lives of our peoples. In this regard, it is pleasing to note that our relationship in the education sector has grown tremendously. Over the years, more than 5,000 Tanzanians have pursued higher education in the former Soviet Union and later Russian Federation. They proudly returned home as doctors, as engineers, as scientists, as defense experts, as diplomats, as teachers, as administrators, and as public servants. Approximately a quarter of them, around 1,100, as the rector has mentioned, of these students studied at this very university. Congratulations. Their knowledge, discipline, and service have significantly contributed to sector development and national building efforts in general. This is the quiet power of education. A student leaves home with a dream, crosses borders in search of knowledge, and returns with the tools to help build a nation. This is a quiet power of education. And in that journey, one life is transformed, and eventually the family is transformed, the community is transformed, and the entire country and nation is transformed. This is the power of education. Distinguished guests, in Tanzania, at independence, our access to higher education was very limited. The University of Dar es Salaam, established in 1961, began with a small first cohort of less than 20 students. Today, Tanzania is a home to 52 universities and university colleges owned by public and private sector, with annual enrollment exceeding 250 students. This progress reflects decades of national efforts, sacrifice, and belief in the transformative power of education. Nevertheless, we are not oblivious to the fact that demands of the future far outweigh the current demands. It is evident that the world is changing at a remarkable pace. Economies are being reshaped by energy transition, digital technologies, artificial intelligence, data science, robotics, biotechnology, climate innovation, and advanced medicine. No nation in the world can afford to be left behind. For Tanzania and for Africa more broadly, the question is not whether we shall participate in the knowledge economy, but rather it is how we shall prepare our young people well enough to lead within the changing world. Being cognizant of the current trends, Tanzania Development Vision 2050 places knowledge, skills, science, technology, and innovation at the heart of our national transformation agenda.